I'm Jackie from the Auburn Area Branch Library. Today my project is going to use these cute little paper flowers. Now you may remember a while ago I did a video where we made these paper flowers, and I mentioned at the end of the video that we'd be using them again in another project. Well, today's the day and we're going to use them. So if you have some made up, gather them up. If you haven't made any yet, go ahead and look back at that video. It's called Bay County Library Presents Paper Flowers, and they're very quick and easy to make. All you really need is paper, glue, and scissors. So get some made up. You'll probably need about 5 to 7. Meet me back here and we'll get started. So what we're going to make today is this rustic paper flower wreath. It'll look like this when we're done, or something like it. What you're going to need is a 12-inch willow wreath, a ribbon of, a roll of burlap ribbon. This is a plain one. This one has a little piece of lace running through the center of it, your choice. I got these both at the dollar store, so $1 for $2 we can make this, including, of course, our paper flowers. Now, of course, if you don't have the paper flowers or you don't want to use them, you can use artificial flowers as well. So, to get started, choose one side of the wreath that will be your back side. It doesn't really matter, it's the same on either side. And we're going to just start rolling this burlap on, and forgot to mention you need a glue gun. We're going to glue a spot of the willow wreath, attach the burlap ribbon just like that. I like to use a chopstick so I don't burn my fingers quite so badly. And then just start wrapping around and gluing each time you wrap it. Now you can either overlap it or you can leave a gap like I did on this one. Just depends on what look you're going for. This one I'm going to overlap. We made it. Okay. So I thought I could make it with one roll, but apparently not. If I would have spaced it out a little bit better, I could have done it with one roll, but I spaced it too close together and I had to cut into another roll. But that's okay. I had enough to do it. So next you want to start placing your paper flowers on your wreath. This to me is the trickiest part. I have to kind of lay them out and look at how I think that they should look. On this particular wreath, I think I'm going to stick with just my book page flowers, and I think the red ones give it a nice pop of color. So I'm going to figure out how to arrange these, and I'm just going to hot glue them on. What I did with this one is I took some leaves off of artificial flowers and I stuck them in underneath the flowers and glued them on. So that's an option too. And there we go. I'm not so sure. I may add some more flowers on there later. I usually do. Sometimes it takes me a while to figure out exactly how I want it to look, but that's the basic idea. Now, a couple things about wreaths that I'd like to mention. I think that these would make great gifts. The holiday season isn't too far off now. I mean, it's a while, but it'll be here before you know it. It always is. I think that these would be great gifts to make. For $2, you could make a nice handmade gift, and these would be great to give to your child's teacher, to your hairdresser, maybe that neighbor that helps you out a little bit. and I think anybody likes a nice homemade gift. Another thing about wreaths is I rarely hang a wreath. Usually I put mine on a shelf or I use it as a centerpiece. And I will show you how I do that right now. So here we've got Flopsy, Mopsy, and Topsy. And I love them, but just sitting in the middle of the table like this, they're a little bit boring for me. They need a little pizzazz. So what I like to do is stick a charger plate underneath them. You can get these charger plates at the dollar store for $1. They have all different colors, all different finishes, and if you don't like it, of course, you can paint it however you like. I just sit that down. I put down my wreath, put my centerpiece in it, and look at that. I think it just gives it a whole lot more character. So think of that when you're making wreaths or buying wreaths. They look very nice as a centerpiece. I hope you enjoyed our craft today. And of course, as always, if you make one, please share it in the comments. I'd love to see what you're making. We'll see you next time.